Last homeschool year, I was giving you guys monthly themes every month, and so our monthly themes are back. And this is what we are doing for the month of October. Hey guys, it's Bonnie from Mrs. Mom's Homeschool, and welcome back to my channel. I make videos to help you on your homeschooling journey, and today I want to share with you guys our October themes. Now, I just remembered by seeing a post somewhere that from September 15th to October 15th, it's Hispanic Heritage Month, and we are a Puerto Rican family. My husband and I are both Puerto Rican, and we were doing history. Right now we're studying early American history. And one of my kids had a question as to we're Puerto Ricans, how did we come about? And so I said, you know what, we need to do the history of Puerto Rico. So we are gonna be focusing sometime in October, this week and next, on learning about our Puerto Rican heritage. So with that being said, the first 2 weeks of October is going to be Puerto Rican history, which works out perfectly, guys, because we also have, in a couple of weeks coming up, our multicultural fair for one of our homeschool co-ops, and my kids were able to get Puerto Rico this year. So we are going to be sharing that on my Instagram page at Bonnie_Mrs_Mom, and on my Facebook page at VIG787 when that does happen. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys books that we're going to be reading, as well as poetry, our poetry tea time for a week or two. It's going to be Hispanic poets. Now, for writing activities, I'm planning to do things like a brochure, folk stories, some newspaper articles, different creative writing techniques that we can use to bring about some more fun into the writing part of our homeschool. And then for the last 2 months of October, we're gonna be doing fall and Halloweenish and fall festivals and fall harvest and things like that. We are gonna be focusing on character trait of restraining your indulgences for the rest of October, as my kids are learning to cut back on screen time and junk food. And at the end of 30 days of doing well, they will be able to earn their own pet, which is like something small, like a hamster, because we already have 2 dogs. We are planning on doing lots of fall themed activities, and we are still learning about early American history, which comes into Thanksgiving. I think it all comes out perfectly. For science this month, we're going to finish our motions and simple machines from The Good and the Beautiful, and then we're going to do The Good and the Beautiful human body unit that they just came out with, because since we're learning about our indulgences and restraining ourselves from different things, I think it's a perfect time to learn how to take care of our bodies and how our bodies work. Our bodies and our mind, because I believe that this unit talks about the mind as well. Our last homeschool year, we did a different read out loud every month that had to do with some sort of like really interesting, really cute book. But this year we are doing read out louds for our history unit. So the book that we're reading this month is going to be Farmer Boy, which once again is a perfect time for farm and harvest and for the month of October. And whenever I do my monthly themes, I also like to share with you my monthly goals. So for this month, for my goals, I want to get on a really good routine finally. If you watched my last video, you saw that we had been struggling this whole beginning of this homeschool year. So I really plan on having a specific start and end time to our homeschool days, sticking to set bedtime routines so that makes our start and end time actually happen. I want to get my kids outdoors more and find activities to entertain them outside. Things are different now. They don't just go outside and play. And so just finding ways to keep them entertained and having more play dates and things outdoors, that is another goal of mine for October. Another goal is I really want to spend more quality time with the kids and have more fun with them and make more time for fun and being present, also just playing with them more like I used to. Looking back at my albums when my oldest 2, I have 3 kids, when my oldest 2 were little, I was always playing with them. Of course, I was younger then, I had more energy and I had less responsibility. And now that I have 3 side businesses that I'm doing and homeschooling, you know, older, middle schooler now, things like that, I have become more serious. So I want to make time, you know, this is the time for work, this is the time for homeschooling, and this is the time for fun and family. And when I'm in that time, I want to be present, no phone, no interruptions, just the kids and me, if it's the 3 of us, or if it's all the 5 of us, and just being present in those moments and really just taking time to play with my kids again and making memories this October, which is the whole reason why I'm doing Vlogtober, is to encourage myself to make more memories with them. And then I'm going to share with you guys the books that I am going to be reading So the books that I'm reading this month are, I don't try to pressure myself and pick like 5 books in a month. I can barely get through one in a month, but the devotional that I'm going to be doing is the book that seems like every Christian woman has read, and that is A Woman Who Reflects the Heart of Jesus by Elizabeth George. I'm going to be going through this devotional within the entire month of October. I'm going to be reading Strong Mothers, Strong Sons. I read the first chapter and I started crying already. The bond between a mother and her son. So it's lessons mothers need to raise extraordinary men. So I'm gonna be reading these 2 books this month. Well, that is it for my October themes. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.